guys, how's it going? This is Carolyn here. Today we're going to show you how to propagate some jade plants and also some succulents. And so I have some examples of some succulents that are just picked right off the leaf and some that have already grown roots. And so we'll look at a couple different stages of this propagation just so that you can see how amazing it really is. Succulents and jade plants in general are really amazing just because what you can do is you can tear off a leaf or you accidentally pop a leaf off, you stick that in some dirt and you have and you wait a month and you have a brand new plant. So this is why you can make more plants so you don't have to keep buying them because they're expensive. But we're going to start over here with our jade plant. So right here I have my jade plant and I have a couple different types of jades. Now, I'm not sure exactly what each one is called, but I know that when I was going to look to how to propagate my jade plant, that was one of my questions was, does it matter what type of jade it is in order to get propagation from it? And it doesn't. It doesn't. So the first thing that I want to show you here is here's two leaves. And I have a little stem on here. All right. So this is right about to root. It's almost ready. It has one little thing on it. I can't really see. My camera doesn't really want to focus here, but here's that. Now this is another type of wandering jade plant right over here. Oh, sorry, jade plant right over here. And with this one, I used my rooting hormone. You can see the powder on it. And I use the root hormone on the jades. You can use them on the succulents as well. You don't really need to on the succulents, but with the jades and you have a nice stem, I want to get some really good thick roots, so I'm going to use a rooting hormone. Here's my rooting hormone right over here. And it's just a powder. Let me take this off here and show you. I got this at Home Depot. You can get it at Lowe's in the garden section. It's $5, super cheap, but basically here's your powder. And what you would do is you would just dip your end in that and then plant. So what I did is I took this right here and I just dipped it in. And then I got my powder. And then I'm going to bring it back over and plant it in here. All right. And so here's just a couple different wandering Jews that I have. I keep saying wandering Jews. I mean jade plant. I also work with wandering Jews. Now, this is one style of jade plant that I have. And this one has nice, beautiful little pink accents on the leaves. Over here we have another one which is a little bit taller, which is a little bit more growing. And then each of these individual little prong sets you could actually cut and make all new plants with. Here's another one of my jade plants, and then here's another one that has more of a bark looking stem. And all of these, you can do the same way propagating. All you have to do, if you want to propagate, is you can either propagate by leaf, which takes a little bit longer, and all I did was just take that right off. See how easy that was? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry out for about an hour. I'll probably do it for only about a half hour because I'm impatient, but what you do is you let it dry out. Just leave it on the table, something like that, and then after you've let it dry out, you just stick it in your dirt. Here, I'm going to stick it in here with all the other jade ones, and I just stick it right on top of the soil like that. Okay? And then with the actual stems, you want to actually plant those in. Okay? Alright, so then here what we have. We also have a bunch of succulents. So what I would do with this succulent right here, if I wanted to propagate it, is I would take this leaf and you just twist it off. See how easy that comes off? And then you would just let that dry out for a little bit. With the succulents, I'd let them dry out for about 2 days. Just leave them in a little, on the table, a little basket, whatever. I would leave those out for 2 days to really dry up. And then what I would do after the 2 days is I would stick it right here in my dirt. And then I would wait about a month, and so let's look at some results. So with that same type of plant, after about 3-4 weeks, this is what you're gonna get. Here, let me put it right here. See how that has lots of roots? And this came from a single leaf. And I got a couple of them here. Growing. Here's another succulent. And this one has started to grow. See, everyone's different. This one does have roots, doesn't have as many roots. It's more of a rounder type succulent. And then after about 6 weeks, what you're gonna get is a whole new beautiful succulent plant. Now you can see that the leaf is ready to come off of here. I don't pull it off, I just let it come off by itself. But I have all these new plants right there. And then this is my oldest one. See how beautiful and full that is? It actually grew 2 plants from one pod, and that's great. And then so I had lost the pod on that, and that's planted and ready to go. So I hope this helps you guys figure out how to propagate your jade plants, how to propagate your succulent plants. The best thing about these things are, it's just a magical experience. At first, there's a little bit of a waiting game just to get them to actually start to root and start to grow that new plant. But once you do, it's just so amazing to see the growth and the time that it takes to have your own new plants. And so you can take these and then you can grow them, and then you can end up selling them in the future if you have too many. But I will check back with you guys in a little bit, maybe about a month, and we'll show you some progress on these.